Hello. Well, it isn't very nice to set fire to things, is it? Fortunately, this cheeky chappie here didn't actually do any serious physical harm. He set fire to a car, for instance, and a couple of other things. I can't remember what. It doesn't matter. He did that last week. And here we see his picture, so we know exactly what he did and what he looks like. It's really quite amazing that they've released this, seeing as releasing information about a perpetrator is likely to prejudice his trial. I don't suppose it's got anything to do with the fact that the property he set fire to was all associated with Sir Keir Starmer, our dear leader. Oh no, perish the thought that our dear leader would be more concerned about bringing someone like that to justice instantly and putting him in the public eye when just a matter of some children. Well, let's not talk about that too much. We didn't hear about him until 6 months later on the grounds that it might prejudice his trial. But of course, he didn't have anything directly to do with Sir Keir, did he? Of course, that's probably completely immaterial. I think what's probably more material is this.
There are people out there who are too stupid and too nasty.
Yes, folks, you see, the problem is we're too stupid. We're too stupid to notice the difference in treatment, aren't we? I'm Granniopteryx. Please click the like button. Also, subscribe and check that you still are subscribed if you're on YouTube. What else? Share. Yeah, please share. I think that covers about everything. OK, let's talk about Roman Lavrinovich, should we? We might talk about this guy as well. Sorry to disturb your day with that face, but, well, we can't ignore it, can we? You see, Sir Keir had a perfectly reasonable explanation for what he did in holding back the information about this guy. And it was this.
I knew the details as they were emerging. That is the usual practice in a case such as this. But you know and I know that it would not have been right to disclose those details.
OK, so we've got Roman Lavrinovich here, who set fire to a few items which had at one time belonged to Keir Starmer, or still do, because he apparently has another house there that he's leasing to his sister or something. Let's see. Roman Lavrinovich, 21, of Sydenham, South London. Do you know, they didn't say that he was a Londoner, did they? They immediately told us he was a Ukrainian. Is due to appear before Westminster Magistrates Court on Friday. That was yesterday. It comes after 2 properties and a car linked to Sir Keir Starmer were torched in suspected firebomb attacks over 4 days between May the 8th and the 12th. It's amazing how quickly the news of the apprehension of the perpetrator got out, because, you know, Sir Keir is very clear about these things.
Yes, I knew the details as they were emerging. That is the usual practice in a case such as this. But you know and I know that it would not have been right to disclose those details.
You know and I know. Well, I don't know because apparently it's really quite easy to disclose those details. It was quite easy to disclose the details of Peter Lynch and Lucy Connolly, wasn't it? But then, you see, we don't make those connections because...
There are people out there who are too stupid and too nasty.
No. Yeah, well, you see what I mean. So this lady is very much involved with the Labour Party. She was a spin doctor for them for a while, and she journalises a bit about them, and she's definitely on their side. And obviously, she knows quite well what their attitude is. She also knows that we're just stupid. Obviously, that's what Keir Starmer thinks, because he did this a few months ago.
The far-right thuggery we've seen this weekend.
Right, now, he knew there was no far-right thuggery as it happened, and now a police report has proved that there's no far-right thuggery. There were no gangs, there were no buses. All the people arrested were local people in the area. He knew it wasn't far-right thuggery. But of course, he thinks...
There are people out there who are too stupid.
So that's the reason for his behaviour. And obviously, he's the Prime Minister, and he's right. He's now taking us into the EU again on terms that are definitely disadvantageous to Britain. But what does he care? Because Britain is full of people who are
too stupid.
And there you are. So now you know, ladies and gentlemen, that's the reason why this Londoner here has been arrested and charged and pictured and taken to court and known straight away. Whereas this guy had 6 months' grace, during which time he was allowed in court to hide his face the whole time. But yeah, obviously. OK, well, I just thought that you'd be interested in knowing that. And in case you didn't get the message because you're too stupid and too nasty, I'll put it into simple phrases. Our government has the utmost contempt for the voters. A contempt that goes beyond the bounds of contempt and into the area of hate, because we do get in the way. We have our ideas, for instance, about Brexit and things like justice and truth. Truth, now there's something that really does get in the way, doesn't it? This government lies all the time. It lies about right-wing thugs that don't exist. It lies about not being able to inform the public when a terrible crime is committed, because that's not done. It lies about the qualifications of the main ministers. It lies about the day of the week. And that's because it doesn't care. It doesn't care what we think. We just get in the way. That's what our government is all about. They're just a bunch of liars who lie like they breathe. OK, well, listen, I know this is a bit difficult for all us stupid people to come to grips with. But there you have it. I thought I might just tell you about it. I'm quite sure that Keir Starmer will tell you about it himself. Not in so many words, but every time he opens his damn mouth. All right, well, we can all think about our stupidity. Until next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.